It's a jolly holiday with Mary. Mary, make your heart so light. When the day is gray and ordinary, Mary makes the sun shine bright. Oh, happiness is blooming all around her. The daffodils are smiling at the doors. When Mary holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band. Whoa, whoa. It's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love.
Thanks, y'all. You know, my mom, she was bothering me to write her a song, which seemed absurd to me. It did. It just seemed completely nuts. I was like, first of all, why don't you write yourself a song? And then second of all, like, what kind of competition have I really got here? Like, I'm gonna like have, oh, you're gonna show this to everyone because your son wrote it, but like, oh, and then there's this one that Mick did, yeah. But, so it's like, it was intimidating, man. It was intimidating to me. I was like, man, as far as writing songs about girls is concerned, you're pretty well-worn territory. She got a good sense of humor. No, she took it. She was like, what? So like, all I have to do is be patient because like you're just not good enough yet. I was like, that's fucking right. Yep. And she said, well, I'm prepared to be patient. You just need to practice harder. And so, and she wasn't actually. She was lying. She wasn't prepared to be patient because I would sit there writing these songs about these girls that I would meet, these stupid little 3-chord songs, and I'd ask her if I could play them for her so she could check it out, and I'd be like, you like this song? She'd stop me halfway in the middle. She'd be like, this is about me, isn't it? If you had actually listened to the third verse, it would have been abundantly clear that it was actually about somebody else. But she said, you know what, that's just fine, but I can't think of who else could possibly deserve that song. And I'd be like, oh, so-and-so. She'd say, totally unworthy. Totally unworthy. Take it back, give it to me. And I said, just be patient. I'm working. I'm stretching my index finger. I said, so I can get ready to write your song. She said, well, get that sucker stretching. Because I cleaned up after you. I still clean up after you. I was like, all right. So I was staying at her house, and I was playing this thing just to stretch my index finger. And she found me right there. Yeah. And she said, that sounds deeply complex. Does it already belong to another girl? I said, no, Mama, see, as luck would have it, you can have this one. This is for Mama.
First morning ever to have seen the sun must have run the other way, till she found it was only getting earlier that way. When she spun 180 degrees and beheld the sweet light rising through the trees, she fell to her knees and she began to smile, 'cause she had been in darkness for a long, long while. And she said, there is nothing that I can do but belong to you. Heaven and earth, and I find myself singing this song for you. As luck would have it, it just so happens that there's nothing I'd rather do. In the first lesson ever to have learned this way must have been surprised. And all I can say is I'm just glad that I survived. In the first river ever to have met the sea, I believe it must have sighed, said, all this rambling, I'm glad to finally find that after all I haven't just been wasting my time, and there is nothing that I can do but belong to you. Heaven and earth, and I find myself singing this song for you. As luck would have it, it just so happens that there's nothing I'd rather do. Just so long as you're flying around high, whatever you find out in the sky, don't forget to fall down sometimes. I'm easy to find, look around you. It's a good thing that I finally found you. There is nothing that I can do but belong to you. Heaven and earth, and I find myself singing this song for you. As luck would have it, it just so happens that there's nothing I'd rather do